What is going on, guys? Sumi here with ThoughtCast, and I'm going to tell you why the 10 out of 10 is not a 10. Now, this video title might sound like clickbait, but I genuinely mean this. The perfect person is not the perfect person. And the basis of all this is because perfection does not exist. And when one characteristic is so amplified, it typically means that others are not. This is a very generalistic video. I don't want you to take this literally in a lot of senses because there are always exceptions to every single thing. But in the majority of cases, this does stand true. The 10 out of 10... And let me talk for guys first, right? The 10 out of 10 woman, the perfect woman, the very attractive, gorgeous, elegant, model-esque woman, she's typically not a 10 in life, okay? Just because she looks really good does not mean that she's going to be very good, simply put. Now, for women, it's not always just about looks for women. Women typically are more attracted to men that are powerful. The most powerful man, the 10 out of 10 guy that has his life together, that has all the cars, the lifestyle, the stability, the image, the power, the status, the control, the game, he is typically not a 10 in everything either. So I want you to understand why this is. Let's talk about a very simple example here with women. Let's go into men first. Okay, when you're talking to a woman, the first thing that you want to do when you're younger, when we're very emotionally immature a lot of times, is talk to a very attractive woman. We are very, very prone to talk to women that are very attractive because we're pushed to do so by our hormonal nature and because reproductively attractive women are what we're drawn to. Men are attracted to women that have larger breasts, tighter waists, and a larger set of thighs and butts because we look at that as reproductively fit. There is a reason that the majority of men are attracted to these traits. Now, once again, there are exceptions to this stuff. There are proclivities that men have in certain categories, in certain areas. That's just something that's socially been conditioned, and that's more so a learned behavior. But in a natural humanistic setting, men are really attracted, like I would say 95% of men are attracted to the same thing, okay? They're attracted to women that have curves. They're attracted to women that have slim waists. They're attracted to women that are in their proper BMI, that are toned, all these things. Fit women are what men are attracted to because it's good for childbirth, okay? It's good for child rearing. There are psychological and biological characteristics that men are drawn to. And a woman that displays these characteristics to a large degree may be something that may be very attractive to a man. Men are drawn to women that are beautiful, pretty. I can say it 200 times in this video. But the thing is, they're not always 10s. And what I mean by that is she might not be good for you. She might not be like someone that helps you in your life. She might be someone that actually holds you back. Generally speaking, women are a distraction. Women are a luxury. That's why I always tell guys, don't have a woman until you have your life set up. Because a woman will drain you of your finances. She will cost some money. She will cost some time. She will cost some energy. She'll bring you some satisfaction and some love and some companionship. And there's definitely that 1% type of woman out there that will help you build and support you. Those are very far and few. I'm just keeping it real. But the women I've dated, I very much understood that they were a distraction. They were a luxury for me. But I dated them because I needed that in my life. I wanted that in my life. And look, I have a lot of nice things in my life that I don't necessarily need. From my cars, to my jewelry, to the place I live in. You know, these are things I don't necessarily need, but I've earned and I enjoy these luxuries. Just like the woman that I have dated in a sense. But you've got to understand that the most beautiful girl out there is not necessarily the girl you want. Having the Ferrari might be nice, but guess what? It gets a lot of attention. It's hard to maintain. It has a lot of costs. And when you don't have it like that, it can be difficult for you to maintain. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The Ferrari lacks in many areas of life. The Ferrari does not have a lot of trunk space. It's not a car that can really handle the tough roads. It has terrible gas mileage. The tech in it is not even the best. The Ferrari is not the best car in my opinion. It's a very nice car. It's a very sporty car. But my Acura RDX got more trunk space, got better gas mileage, is more reliable, is cheaper, is more cost effective, is better off-road. I mean, look, there's a lot of things I can go into here. But guess what? I love and enjoy those nice cars because I have other cars that I can go with. And so I would say it's the same thing with women, but that's just not really how it works. You can typically only have one woman. There are very rare situations where you might have a relationship that allows you to have more, right? And I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the majority cases where you have one woman. I can have multiple cars. I can have multiple places. I got a penthouse apartment right now, and it's nice, and it's big, and it's cool, but I don't have a yard. And I can always move to a yard in the future. I can always have another house, which I do. But the thing is, I can't do that with my girlfriend and my wife. I can only have one. And that's the issue there. You have to be very careful with the person that you pick. And the person that you pick, if they're very high end on one area, is typically lacking in other areas. The women that are very attractive, generalistically speaking, I'm going to say that 10 times in this video, they have invested more of their time, energy, and effort into their looks rather than becoming intelligent, being a good wife, being a good partner, being more so passionate about something. It just is what it is, because more doors have been opened to them and more opportunities have been given to them by the way that they look. I'm not saying that all attractive girls are dumb and they don't have personalities, but I'm going to tell you right now, the women that are typically on the 7 or 8 scale in an objective understanding, they're typically a lot more fun to be with. They typically have better personalities. The girl that's not as attractive, I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to bring a lot more value in other areas. And this is just reality. This is just how it is. And a lot of people might get upset by this, but this is just straight facts. I'm going to say the things that nobody wants to say. The woman that's a 10 out of 10, that looks good, that is great, and all that stuff, she is typically not the girl that's going to be cooking for you, cleaning for you, doing all these things. If you find that girl that does that, unicorn, great, amazing, do it. I want you to go watch that video, The Hot Crazy Matrix. There's a thing there, okay? You've got to understand that these 10 out of 10 girls are typically not the best for you. Now, on the flip side, right, ladies, I'm going to go into ladies here. The guy that's got the money, that's got the status, that's got the cars, that's got the penthouse, right? I'll be not talking about myself here, but I'm talking about a lot of guys that I know, people that live on my floor. They may not be the best guys for you to date. Women think that there's a narrative that pushed out today. There's a narrative that date a guy that has money. If a guy is broke, he's not going to bring any value in your life. That is such a lie. That is the biggest pile of crap I've ever heard in my life. Yes, a man should have a certain level of financial stability, but dating a millionaire can actually be worse than dating a guy that's making a little bit of money that can take care of himself. And I'll tell you exactly why. People that have that money, people that have that status are very busy. They don't have time for a lot of things. They're often very quick to let things go that don't make sense for them, aka you. When you act up, they can go find something else. They have more options. A high-value guy is not going to put up with your shit. He's going to walk out and cut you out. He's not going to stand there for your disrespect. He's not going to stand there for your emotional volatility. You can't always do the things that you want to do with the high-value guy. He's going to have more boundaries, more regulations, more rules. You are going to be more so on his time than you are on your own time. Dealing with these guys that have a lot of stuff going on can bring you things materialistically. But materialism is not what's going to make you happy in life. Having true organic partnership is what's going to make you happy. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you date a guy that's got a lot of money and you grow old with him, your beauty is going to fade. You're not going to look as good. And he can replace you like this. The next 10 years of your life can be amazing. But after that, if you start acting up and start acting crazy, you can say, why do I need you? I can get a younger, more attractive, more sexy, more feminine, more loving, more caring girl that is going to treat me the way I want to be treated because you've gotten used to me, girl, and I'm going to drop you like a bad habit. And I've seen it happen. So the 10 out of 10 guy may not be the 10 out of 10 for you. The big thing I want you to understand is that 10 out of 10 is the person that you can build an organic relationship with and you can actually connect with, that you can actually enjoy, that is willing to compromise for you and you're willing to compromise for them. That is who the 10 out of 10 is. Stop going for these very, very, very attractive women. Stop going for these very, very, very rich men. Stop doing these things thinking that they're going to bring you happiness in a relationship. They're typically not. They might bring you some short-term pleasure. Dating a really attractive girl, I've done it. The sex is hot. The girl looks good on your arm. Everybody thinks you got it going on, but behind closed doors, it's miserable. It's miserable. Dating the guy that has all the money, you might be in a Lambo, you might be pulling up in a Rolls Royce. He might buy you nice things, but he might yell at you, scream at you, prevent you from seeing friends and family, prevent you from doing things that you enjoy. He'll control your life. And I'm going to tell you right now, beauty fades. Beauty fades. Beauty is worthless to me. It doesn't mean anything. And for all the guys out there, beauty is worthless. That girl that's a 10 out of 10, she's going to get old. She's not going to look the same. And I'm going to tell you right now, all the materialistic things that you have, they're going to go bad. Everything in life is meant to be enjoyed for a moment. But what is eternal is the connection that you have with somebody, the organic partnership that you have with somebody. I might sound cringy right now, but this is the truth. Stop going for people that look good on social media, that look good on paper, that might be socially reinforced to you. Go for someone that makes you feel loved and cared about and valued, that has empathy, that nurtures you, that genuinely has some interest in your life and making you feel better, and that jumps into the partnership both feet first. I hope this makes sense, guys. I appreciate you spending time with me. I'm going to give a big shout out to Candy for allowing us to film this podcast in this beautiful penthouse. I got the corner unit because of them. If you ever need a great place to live in Cleveland, Ohio, if you're in the area, definitely hit up K&D. Shout out to them for sponsoring our podcast. Leave them a good Google review and let them know that I sent you. If you ever want to connect with me, guys, if you ever want to message me or reach out to me, you know where to find me. My links are all down in the description below. And until next time, guys, Sumi out.